My last trip left me with a lot to think about and consider. But just as soon as I had soaked it all in, my work informed me that I had to again use PTO or I was going to lose it. The conundrum, while stressful, was less so since I had been through it once before. I knew I didn't want to drive again and that I wanted to go someplace warm. That worked out well, as I had recently lost a lot of money on call options for Carnival Cruise Lines and wanted to get my revenge, so I bought tickets for a Royal Caribbean cruise and took off. I was catching a rather late flight and arrived at the airport well into the evening. It was nice, though. There weren't a lot of people, and everything went fairly quickly. I arrived at my departure gate with a few hours to spare and decided to grab a drink while thinking the plan of the vacation through. I was going to fly to Miami, stay overnight, then hop on the cruise the next day. I don't know much about Miami, but a friend of mine told me that it's just a bunch of gays and meth heads, which deviated from my preconceived notion that it was just meth heads. I have known a few gay lads over the years and just recently hooked up with a 40-year-old meth head, so I felt prepared. An apt song was playing at the bar. The song is Kyrie by some one-hit wonder, and the chorus of it starts with Kyrie eleison, which means Lord have mercy. The Lord had mercy on me a couple months prior when the pending paternity test from a Minneapolis stripper came out as negative, and saved me from this monstrosity. I was hoping my blessings would continue. Soon enough, I found myself in my seat on the plane. The flight was expected to be 4.5 hours, but we were immediately stalled by an apparently necessary defrosting process of the airplane wings. I decided to turn on a movie, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. It wasn't great, and I could feel the child inside me dying a little bit. If you haven't seen it, basically the Nazis are back, and Gran Torino Indiana Jones is the only one who can stop them as they pursue the Dial of Destiny, which I guess is this device that can send you back in time. The bad guy is some dude who wants to go back in time and kill Hitler. I'll say that again. The bad guy is some dude who wants to go back in time and kill Hitler. Anyway, they have to stop that, so joining Indy is some annoying lady who the movie sets up to be Indy's replacement in future installments, and some pale imitation of Short Round. And that's pretty much it. It was fine, I guess. Anyway, the flight got off well, and I was on my way with no going back. Over the course of the plane ride, I got very tired. Too tired to pull out my camera and record anything, so I didn't get anything the rest of the night. I woke up in my Airbnb, and it was rather quaint, a small casa in the middle of Miami. I got a good night's rest and woke up with plenty of time to get my stuff ready for the cruise, which had a boarding time of noon. Walking outside, it was a beautiful day and a perfect one to spend on the boat. So I said goodbye to the quaint residents that had treated me so well and prepared to head to the cruise. Not before picking up a Terrence Malick shot of this plant, in case he sees the show and wants to direct the next season. Arriving at the port was cool but rather intimidating. The port was extravagant and huge. The ship was also larger than I was expecting, even though I had prepared by watching Titanic, ghost ship. Triangle of sadness.
Oh my God! Oh, please! Oh my God!
And all is lost. I was excited, though, and proceeded onto the boat. It was a beautiful day and a beautiful sight of the city from the ship. I was officially on the boat, and the first step of my journey had begun. I couldn't check into my room just yet, and after grabbing a coffee, I decided to do some exploring. The interior was very cool, and I walked through the Royal Promenade. This must have been what it felt like to go to prom in high school, which I didn't do. I stayed home and watched Duck Soup. Great movie. Don't regret it at all. I decided to go to the top floor, and it was really cool. I got to see the functions of the boat. Doesn't seem great for the environment. Didn't matter when looking at the view, though. It was truly a stunning view. On the top floor was the sports court, and I decided to shoot some hoops while I waited for my room to open. I was a tad rusty. It was fun, though, and I looked out one last time at the city. This was going to be a new experience for me, and I was genuinely excited.